All right, so I just made a video talking about the high costs and my thoughts in general on printing. So I thought it'd only be fair if I showed off a lower cost option that I actually use relatively frequently. So these tiny little matte prints are from a company called Parabo Press. And this is actually a really cool company because you can get 25 of these prints for only $10 or $15 depending on the size. This is what they look like. They're matte prints on relatively thick cardstock paper. And here's how I normally package them. So if I'm doing an art show where I'm selling larger prints for more expensive costs or t-shirts or stickers, these are a really good middle ground to help span the price spectrum. People don't normally buy experimental portraits to put up in their house. And the people that do, thank you, you guys are awesome. But these are a really good way to price your art in a more reasonable range and still give somebody the ability to own it. So let's talk about the print quality. With any matte printing, you're gonna get a little bit less detail and some more natural texture. I am a really big fan of this. I actually think it brings a lot of life to most of my shots, and I think it looks really good. These prints often come out darker than you see on your screen, and that happens with most printing processes, but this one in particular does it quite a bit. I find the general color saturation to be actually really pleasing and come across very similar to what I see on my screen. Although the highlights and darks of the image are slightly muted. The blacks are a little bit lifted, and the highlights can't get any brighter than the cardstock they're printed on. This is a great option for anybody looking to sell their prints at a lower cost. It was some of the first art I started selling, and I still sell some today. A couple things I recommend if you're gonna buy these prints. This is a print that I bought a long time ago, but it never was put in a bag. This one was, and I think you can see the difference in the white. This one has yellowed a little bit, but this one is fine. If unprotected, the colors will fade. That's pretty common. But if you put them in a sealed plastic bag like I do, it should last for a good while. Parabo Press also offers a lot of other options as far as printing, but after hundreds and hundreds of prints, I've only ever gotten 1 or 2 misprinted photos. Something else I really like about the company is they specifically based their business model off of small batch printing. So there's none of these insane minimums like you have with larger printers. Also, they're based in the United States and either print out of Michigan, Oregon, or Utah, I think. I've never had any communication with Parabo Press or any of the people that work there, and I'm not sponsored by them. I actually found them off of an Instagram ad where they were running, I think, just free prints. Yeah, was that right? They were running a deal where you only paid for shipping and got 25 free prints. And I think it's a deal they run pretty often. So if you want to test out printing your stuff, I highly recommend Parabo Press. And again, not sponsored, I just really like the product. Anyway, bye forever. Shoot it up.